Welcome back to part 2 of the build. So, what I've done so far. I showed you in the last video the grip bits that were going to be attached. I've actually attached them now. They've just basically been cut down to size and glued on with super glue. So quite simple. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a blade plug because I'd like it to light up on the shelf. So I've been having a bit of a rummage round, see what I can find. What I came up with was this. Now this was on the end of a curtain pole that was just lying around scrap. It was all pretty rusty and dirty, so I've just given it a clean up. And all I'm going to do with this, thankfully, is these are the bunny ears I showed you the last time. Thankfully they fit quite nicely in the bunny ears and nicely into the tube. They are a bit loose, but what I've done, I've made a collar out of just little bits of EVA foam, just a little bit like that. And all I've done is basically wrap it like so, and I've glued that inside of here. I don't know if you can see that. It's not cut down yet, so it's still sticking over the edge a little bit. So that just stops it wriggling about a bit. Haven't completely worked out how I'm going to keep the bunny ears in yet, but we'll get to that. So yeah, top of a curtain pole, just a bit of plastic really. So what I've done with that, or what I'm going to do with that, is a little tiny LED torch, quite bright, and amazingly it fits, or it did fit. Here's one I made earlier. Snugly into the end of there, look, like so. So now it lights up. I've painted this bit silver just because it's a waste of light coming outside, so I thought I'd just paint it silver so that the light only came out the top. But yeah, very, very simple little design. And what I'll do is, once that's mounted in here, like so, I will have a piece of dowel or something inside the end cap that, once that's fit in place, I can just basically turn it on and off by pushing the cap down. So, not overly scientific and complicated, I'll grant you, but it works. And what I've got, I also found in my little drawer of rubbish bits, is this. It's quite an interesting spacer or something, no idea where it's from. That's going to fit on the end of there, like that. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's that's quite cool. Looks nice. So all I'm going to do is hot glue that on in a minute, and that is going to be the blade plug. What else have I done? Drilled a couple of holes. This is the other reason for the collar, because on the original Graflex you'll see they've got charging ports on either side. So what I've done, I've drilled a couple of holes in the side of the tube, and all I'm going to do is, if I can get, I don't even know if you'll be able to see this because it's too small, the top part of a small nail. This happens to be brass, which is the right colour, and all I'm going to do is push them into the EVA foam and glue them down. Can't actually do it at the moment, but they're very, very fiddly. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it works out, and if it doesn't quite work then I'll rethink it, because they're not very deep, the holes, as you can probably see. I haven't got an awful lot of space to play with in there, so we'll see how that works out. Come along with the Graflex clamp. I repositioned these a little bit better because it was annoying me they weren't quite straight. They're still not quite straight, but they're better than they were. So yeah, that'll be the clamp, and that just literally slips over the top of that. Like so. Sorry, you can't actually see what I'm doing. So yeah. So it's starting to resemble what we're trying to achieve. Once you put the bunny ears in as well, and at a distance, you know, it's not looking horrendous. It's not perfect by any means, but sorry, fly. But yeah, it's not looking too bad at all. So obviously that's not clamped in yet. I haven't done it up. So yeah, let me know what you think.